What is up, and welcome back to a brand new video series. We are back and playing Simon Bolivar as Gran Colombia. Two O's, not a U, as some of you have already suggested, but I'm going to make sure I get the spelling right this time. So, in my opinion, Gran Colombia is the best Civ in the entire game, but I haven't yet played them, so it's all just, what's that word?
That you do.
Doesn't matter. I think they're the best. We're going to put them to the test. As you can see right here, not too good of a starting location, but we do have some wheat tiles and a pretty nice campus location right under that stone. So I'm going to go animal husbandry, bronze working, or no. I want to get bronze working early on so I can get an encampment and a great general, and then I want a beeline for horsemen, so by the time I get a Commandante General, our special general, we will have horsemen with 6 movement speed and 10 extra combat strength to all of our units, which is absolutely insane. So right now we're just exploring with our warrior, as usual, or not as usual, for Colombia. All units get +1 movement speed, which makes it incredible to explore the map. And I'm actually going to get a scout out first. I almost never get scouts in this game. I don't feel like they're needed. But, you know, with Gran Colombia 4 movement speed, not too bad. So we did meet a commerce city-state early on, giving us +4 gold just like that. And our scout comes out. We are now going to explore the entire... Hey, look, a relic. Beautiful. We're definitely going to get the Free Settler Pantheon now. It's already some pretty good spots to the southwest of our empire, and a few good spots to the east of our empire. Lots of corn, bananas, jungles. We do have a really good campus spot in our capital, which is absolutely incredible. We can get a nice early campus, get some much needed science, and get animal husbandry much earlier than we normally would. Now I'm hoping this other ruin is as good as the last one, but obviously it probably isn't. Relics are hard to come by, but I will take an envoy, and I'll just put it into Fez. Getting suzerainship of them could help open up the map a little bit, some nice exploration. That's a barbarian, that could be a problem. I'm going with a nice early settler so we can get nice 3 cities early on in the game, and there is Brazil. Hello Brazil, you are going to be my first victim this game, don't feel too bad about it. And a flood, it really didn't do anything. Oh well. Was hoping it would give some fertility, but sometimes it doesn't. So right now I'm just trying to move. Somebody already took the Settler Pantheon, didn't they? Well, shit, I guess I'll get a free builder. Shit, how do you get a Settler Pantheon this early on? What the fuck? Anyway, we're going to use the scout to explore Brazil's territory so we can have some reconnaissance when we declare war on them. And I want to kill these barbarians before the scout gets to them. I do not want to face an early barbarian invasion when we just got to be building up the empire. Natural wonder, that gives science and faith. This might be the thing that's going to push us over the top. Not as if we needed help, but more science early on will help us get to our goals earlier. And the earlier we get horsemen and our unique generals, the better off we'll be. We get another builder unit, which is absolutely insane. And I'm going to save one of them to remove the stone so we can put a campus on it by the time we get bronze working. No, masonry is the one that allows you to do stone, remove stone. So anyway, I upgraded my slinger and attacked immediately after. That is something only Gran Colombia can do, which is another incredible ability. Yeah, we gotta get the settler out ASAP and settle the natural wonder. Or I think what we're going to do is settle the city south towards Brazil, so we kind of lock them off from the north of our empire. So right now I'm just going to beeline. Oh no, I definitely go for bronze working first, yeah. Yeah, then I'm going to go for writing for the campus. I did think that bronze working is the tech that allowed you to remove stone, but I was wrong, so I had to make a small detour to masonry, nothing too major, however. We are putting up a decent amount of science per turn this early on, especially considering Brazil has 3 cities, but yet we have the same amount of science. Anyway, our first settler is almost coming out. There he is. And we are going to settle 4 cities, hopefully, before the start of our military preparations. So the goal right now is to use the horsemen to take out 2 civilizations. That is ideal. If you can take out 2 civilizations by the classical era, it's over. Game over. You've won already. Doesn't matter what victory type you're going for. You take out 2 early civs completely, the game is over. Now, I do have a small bit of tourism going on, which might help. I doubt it for a culture victory, but, you know, crazier things have happened. Anyway, Brazil does have a decent military, but they are pretty stupid, and I'm not just saying that because they're the AI. I am saying that because I actually find Brazil's AI to be stupider than normal. They always seem to get taken out early in every single game. I don't know what it is, maybe it's just me, but that's what always happens in my games. Obviously, they're going to get taken out early in this game because Gran Colombia is way too strong. So I'm avoiding combat with that scout, and I don't want to meet the civilization to the south yet, because I want to take out Brazil without knowing anybody, therefore I will get less grievances. They'll probably find me out either way, but it's like a 1 in 5, 1 in 10 chance that I'll be able to take out Brazil without anyone else finding... Not anyone else, this is a Pangea map. But the civ to the south, I don't want them finding out so they don't get suspicious of me.
Oh, you kind of snuck up on me there.
I am very, very sneaky, sir.
Civ turns out to be Phoenicia, which, you know, I thought it was Persia, and Persia has really good classical era military strength. But if it's Phoenicia, I found out, you know, oh well. It's not as if they can do anything to me. What are they going to do? Build some boats? Anyway, we are making a lot of money per turn. That city-state that we found earlier on definitely helped. And beautiful, I can upgrade a unit and attack at the same time. I absolutely love it. Now, we can build encampments soon, which I think is what I'm going to try to do after I get out my 4th city. Normally, I'd usually go for 2 or 3 cities early on, but I want the natural wonder and to prevent Brazil from settling another city so we can take him out faster. So I'm just trying to give some gold. I think it's to buy another settler. I'm almost positive. Didn't end up making a deal there, but I will eventually end up making a deal. So, we have a lot of money. We're going to need it to upgrade our archers and our warrior. But we're going to have to build the horsemen from scratch, which, you know, it sucks. It's going to take a little time to build horsemen from scratch and then transition to a military conflict against Brazil and hopefully somebody else. But I'm confident with Gran Colombia's abilities. I can definitely do this. So I end up trading that cross thing to Brazil because I don't exactly need it anymore. Plus, all this money is so awesome. 38 gold per turn by turn 31. I will give up a relic for that any day. The only use I find for a relic if I'm not going for a religious or culture victory is to just get the early Pantheon. After that, I trade it off because, you know, well, number one, I'm going to take out Brazil and take it back anyway. But also, you know, I don't really need it at all, and there is Arabia to the southeast. It's going to take a while to get to them. There's like 3 city-states and a civ before them. But we'll figure it out eventually. So moving the settler to the east, we have 1 more coming out who's going to settle that natural wonder. I'm going to settle this 3rd settler closer to Brazil first, because I want to kind of lock off Brazil from settling near me. If they somehow settle my 4th city spot, loyalty will just take that city away from them, and I can just settle like 5 cities or something. There is Mariquiabu, ends up being one of the better production cities in this game, which is something you need for a domination victory. The faster you can pump out units, the better. Here's the thing about Gran Colombia, though. All you have to do is build an army early game, that's it. You're almost never going to lose units. and you're going to get a lot of promotions. There's just so many benefits Gran Colombia has to healing units, to promoting them. It's absolutely insane. I don't think I even used the Comandante General's unique ability this game. I didn't pop any generals this game. I think maybe for Boudica to get a few barbarians on my side, but that's about it. So I didn't even use Gran Colombia to the fullest extent because I didn't need to. But as you'll see in this video, I kind of lucked out, as there wasn't really any domination-focused civs in this game, or any civ that could really challenge me, especially the first few civilizations. So I'm getting encampments out to get as much Great General points as possible. I don't think I'll be able to get a Great General before Classical Era, but that's fine. We should be able to get it by the time we start our assault on the civilization after Brazil. So I'm getting my second city, Quito, up to production and food snuff, which is great. It's almost as productive as my capital. And Bogota, right after that encampment, I think I'm going to build a campus. There's a lot of good city spots, but I really need to focus on getting ahead in science and taking out a few civs early in the game. So, right now the one thing that, might happen is Fez and Candy, not Laza. Candy and Fez might declare war on me if Brazil is allied to them, which could suck, but even then I should be able to take out Brazil quickly. 4 cities, not too bad early on. I think at this time in about 15-20 turns I should be able to assault Brazil, which isn't too bad. If I got a settler from the Pantheon early on, which I should have, to be honest, I got a relic for God's sake, I'd have been even better off than I am now. I'm pretty good off right now. I did get a builder, but a natural disaster wiped away the improvements. But honestly, it hasn't been too bad. So I'm debating horsemen are stable. I'm going to build a horseman, fortify the warriors and slingers, just in case Brazil tries to declare war on me, which they honestly might. They have a much stronger military than I do. It shouldn't matter. I might build a few archers, and yeah, I'm just going to build horsemen, builders. I think about 3 to 4 horsemen should be good enough to take out Brazil. With 2 archers and a warrior, it should be more than enough. So foreign trade, that is nice. Right now, I'm going to go irrigation. I end up switching to masonry, I think, to get the remove stone ability so I can build a campus in that. I think it ends up being +4 or 5 spot, which isn't too bad. And I ended up meeting Carthage to the south anyway, so I guess the map kind of got stuck here a little while. But anyway, world enters classical eras. I got my first Commandante General, and if this era took one more turn than usual, I'd have had 26 era score and enter a golden age. But, it sucks. And oh my god, what's her face? Phoenicia or Dido or whatever, she took one of Brazil's cities. Okay, that's kind of impressive. But neither of them should be able to stand a chance to me. And I'm trying to get a little bit more gold because I'm trying to buy something. A trade route, yes. I want to get the currency boost. Getting boosts early game is something that most people don't look towards, but it's absolutely essential for higher difficulties. You can get almost any boost in the classical and ancient era, I think ancient era, but most people don't, even though it would give you a 40% increase in science, technically. Boosts early on are especially important. Simple as that. Helps you catch up in science, even though I'm making... my science has been pretty good this game because I have the natural wonder to the east. But normally I'd be lower in science and I'd need those Eurekas to catch up. And obviously you know the AI, they don't give a shit about Eurekas. So even if you have low science, Eurekas should be able to help you catch up anyway. Now, I'm going to declare war on Brazil soon because he is preoccupied with Carthage. I'm going to get the whatever, that guy who gives science and culture so I can boost my stats early on. And at this point, I've pretty much met every Civ. Yes, I have. Not going to accept a delegation from you, and I declare war on you. El Salvador should not be too hard of a city to take. We should have it next turn, and reinforcements are coming soon. So yeah, with my general and my combat units, this should not be a problem at all. And there's currency. We're going for masonry just so we can build the campus on that sweet, sweet +4 campus tile. And just like that, Salvador de Bahia is mine. Loyalty kind of sucks, but I'm going to take Rio de Janeiro soon anyway, so it doesn't even matter. So Brazil is actually allied to Candy, so I'm expecting an attack from them soon. But it actually doesn't end up happening because, well, there's one warrior there. But for ooh, free settler, thank you. For some reason, Brazil just took all of their, levied their units and sent them to recapture Salvador de Bahia, even though it was only like 2 or 3 warriors. There's masonry, and now we're going to go for construction. This city should not take a long time to capture. Yeah, I think I actually end up taking it right now. Absolutely insane. 2 cities in 2 turns, including the capital. Even for a good deity player like me, that should almost never happen. Anyway, they have archers, so we have to be careful. I end up running back and recuperating, and actually end up taking out the levied units Brazil had. But as you can see, as of right now, Brazil, lower military strength than me, there's absolutely no way they can come back in this war. So I'm dealing with kind of loyalty problems, but at this rate, it doesn't really matter. Because I'm about to wipe Brazil from the map anyway, they only have 1 city left, but it is defended by 2 archers, so I gotta be careful not to lose any units. Remember, I want to keep my units and keep them promoted. I'm going to remove that stone before putting a campus on it so I can get some sweet, sweet production. And I'm already building a campus in Quito, which I think it's +2 adjacency, not too bad. But I want to be ahead in science so I can get my unique units before anybody else has an answer to it. So my 2 elite archers end up taking out most of Brazil's forces, and I am preparing to attack the last Brazilian stronghold. Political philosophy is coming up in 3 turns, which I think I go oligarchy to give my warrior a little bit of a boost. I might have went classical republic, but I doubt it. I think oligarchy and the +20% unit experience is extremely helpful. So I'm going to move. I have to take out the archers quickly so they don't decimate my units. And he ends up putting the archer in the city, which lowers his city strength, so I don't know how smart of a move that was. Now I am losing plenty of diplomatic favor per turn, which sucks, but it really doesn't matter at this point in the game, because I have taken out Brazil so fast, haven't lost any units yet. Yeah, look at that, 2 archer shots to take out a warrior, easy. That I should be able to go to war with Dido, no problem at all. Now I have to be careful because Carthage is thinking about stealing Brasilia. So yeah, as you can see, I think about Classical Republic, but realize Oligarchy is much, much more suited to my needs. And it doesn't really matter what tech I go. I decide sailing because fuck it. And I end up... Ooh, I actually didn't end up taking that city. I forgot about that. Probably should have moved the Commandante General to the west, kind of. But yeah, I put the general there so he could move. The catapult could move because I was in danger of losing a few units and I didn't want the catapult to attack. I wanted to bait him out, which ended up working out actually. And I end up taking out Brazil from the game at turn 63. I think it took me about 7-8 turns to take out Brazil, which isn't too bad. Now I just put my techs for the next 50 to 100 turns. I am beelining for Linero, and hopefully I'll pick up a few more Commandante Generals on the way, and a few siege weapons. So by the time I get Linero, I can upgrade my horsemen, upgrade my catapults to bombards, upgrade my archers to crossbowmen, and get ready to take out, I think it's going to be Arabia, the next city we're going for. Right now we're going to declare war on Dido. It says she has 390 military strength, but I guarantee you half of that is going to be her unique boats. AI loves to build unique units, and Dido loves to build boats. So,
Let me try to.
really, of the 400 units, at least 200 of them are going to be boats. So it looks a lot closer than it really is. It's Pangea maps. Boats don't matter at all, which is something Dido's about to find out when I knock her into next year. So, healing my forces, I got the Great General, which means I have a plus 10 combat boost to all my units potentially, and this is just game over at this point. No one is going to be able to stop me. Taking out Brazil is good enough, but by the time I take out Carthage, it's going to be all over. Everyone in the world denounced me, but it's not as if any of them can do about it. They're too far away from me. Got that special campus in my capital, and I'm already contending for #1 science in the entire world. I'm trying to get something from her so I can buy another unit, another horseman. There we go. And I'm going to enter a golden age next time around in the medieval era. So right now, declare war on Dido. Get some of my infrastructure set up. Monuments are extremely nice, and envoys are extremely nice. And trying to surround Sao Paulo. Yeah, I might as well attack the city. Attack with my archer. Steal everything, and next turn we should be able to take Sao Paulo. Not going to attack with that warrior for obvious reasons. I don't want to lose any units this game, that is the goal. And looks like she brought reinforcements our way. Great. I'll still be able to take Sao Paulo, but after that we have to fortify and get ready to take out the onslaught of units that's coming our way. This looks like the end of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.